So today's video is going to be a little bit different, guys. Obviously, everybody's very eager and excited right now to find out what the heck happens with this year's presidency race, and especially like whenever Nevada's going to get done. So I decided to make kind of a kind-hearted, fun video regarding kind of the situation. But what if Smash Brothers held their own race themselves to find out who the president of Smash Brothers would be? Well, obviously right now it's probably Sakurai, but we're talking about an actual playable character becoming president from the roster. So row by row, I will go over all the characters and pick out some candidates, and then finally at the end there will only be 2 left representing each of their own parties, which I'll then leave up to you guys to pick. And then I'll announce the winner somehow, whether on the next video, a community post, or even on my Twitter account. Well, let's dive in and see who has the chance to become a president of Super Smash Brothers. First off, we have Mario and Donkey Kong, and I think they both have a chance to become president. Mario obviously is a great ruler over the Mushroom Kingdom, better than Peach because he actually saves Peach and takes care of the kingdom. And Donkey Kong obviously can take care of his own island against other forces such as King K. Rool and the Kremlins. So obviously both of them would make very good choices to lead a state or a country. Now lots of people probably wouldn't expect this, but I think Link could become president. He's mute almost all the time, but with that said, he also gets stuff done. He's very quick to the task and always makes sure to save the day for the Kingdom of Hyrule, and I think he'd probably be a good leader because of this. He normally makes smart choices and really isn't too cocky or arrogant when it comes to saving the day, and he knows what he's doing for the most part. Samus, I think, is just too moody. Now I know this is going to sound terrible. No, it's not just because she's a girl, but it's just because if you've ever played Other M, you know that the only thing she cares about is
her baby.
And she's quick to get scarred real quick as she sees things that haunt her past, like Ridley, and she's also very, very, very emotional and can break down really easily if someone is about to die, and if someone dies within the service or something, she's going to completely break down, and the country's literally not going to have a leader. So, yeah, I know this is only Other M I'm taking off of, but, you know, I just don't think she could be a president. Dark Samus? No. And Yoshi apparently doesn't even pay his taxes, so he's definitely not going to become president. Kirby also can't talk, but I do consider him to be a really good president because he can kill almost anybody and everybody that even threatens Dreamworld. So clearly, Kirby is the stuff, and he's going to take down any type of foreign threat, which is something that you really want with a president, somebody that is very protective of your homeland. Fox would be a good military leader, but not really a president, and Pikachu is literally just a hamster. But with that said, we have Luigi, the brother of a potential candidate, and not really, because Luigi is scared of absolutely everything. Literally, if a mouse ran into the White House, he'd run out screaming. I can see Captain Falcon being a candidate. He's just this big, strong man who's like super kind to everybody, and he just has that American spirit built into him, it looks like. If he could just exchange that Falcon for an eagle, there you go. Then you have Ness, which is a kid, and even though he's a kid, he says yes to everything, which is probably the most terrible thing you could have as a president. Mr. President, there are millions of starving children in other countries. Don't you think we should intervene more?
Okay.
Okay, Mr. President, there has also been a recent uproar in children suggesting that they shouldn't have to go to school anymore. What do you think about that, Mr. President?
Okay.
Okay. Mr. President, there is also a small group of people that believe that they should be able to go to the store naked. What do you think about...
Okay.
Okay, let's pack up. Jigglypuff would just sing to the whole country and put us to sleep so she could do whatever she wants. And Peach is just not going to be a president. She can't even take care of the Mushroom Kingdom. She's always getting kidnapped. But Daisy, on the other hand... she's like a person that gets stuff done. Yes, she got kidnapped, I think, once, but that was it. Now she just plays sports and just beats the heck out of people when they bother her. So I could see Daisy actually running a country. Bowser's just a bad guy and probably wouldn't end up well for the country, especially considering the fact that his army is always losing to Mario. And then you also have the Ice Climbers, which if Nana goes away, Popo's not going to know what to do. I'm actually going to put Zelda and Sheik together here because I think that would be a really good combination for a leader of a country. Yes, she also gets in trouble lots of times like Peach, but not as much as Peach, and we've also seen her fight multiple times, and we see that Zelda actually is a very good leader. Like her dad, she knows how to take care of a kingdom and also how to control and commit her people to a cause. And even with her alter ego being Sheik, she can also fight a lot, which is pretty cool, and nobody even knows that it's her. Pichu's in the same situation as Pikachu. He's literally just like a little mouse, maybe the president's pet or president's Pokemon. Dr. Mario shouldn't even be qualified as a doctor. He's not going to be the president. I mean, how is he even, is this even like a thing? I mean, the babies are even a doctor. Luma is a doctor. Falco is a hothead, so he would rage really bad and then just automatically get super upset at the country and just blow it up.
Ah, dang it!
Martha and Lucina seem to actually really care about their people and about the people they rule over, and they seem to be really good warriors as well, so I'm going to go with both of them could be potential candidates for the Fire Emblem party, if you would. Now, there really isn't a set age for this video, because I know, like, to actually become president, it's like 35, but young Link and Roy are just too young. I think Roy's like 15, and young Link is just straight up young if it's in his name. And then Ganondorf is just too evil. Along with Mewtwo, they got some anger problems, and it probably wouldn't end well for the United States. Chrom is an unassuming and impulsive prince that means well and has his heart in the right place. He believes that as a leader, he must show strength in the face of fatigue and the burden of great work, so as to be an example and inspiration to others. I'm not gonna lie, I just took that off of Google. Mr. Game & Watch, I just have this bad feeling that one day he's gonna duplicate and just take over the entire country. But Meta Knight, actually, believe it or not, I think has a really good chance to become president because he cares about his people and he has his own army outside of King DDD's. And he only helps DDD to train Kirby because there is a bigger fate and a bigger cause at stake here. And he also once led the Galactic Army in order to invade and take over Nightmare and his forces. So clearly Meta Knight is a good guy with intentions beyond anybody else's comprehension. Pit is just a kid learning how to become a warrior from Lady Palutena, and Dark Pit is just the mirror version of himself, which is just Pit with some edge. Meanwhile, Zero Suit Samus is still worried about
The baby.
and Wario will fart the world into destruction. And Snake is more of just an assassin. He probably really could never become president. I think Ike is also kind of in the same boat as Chrom. I don't really know much about these Fire Emblem characters, but I'm gonna give it to him. I think he could be a good leader. Pokemon Trainer can't become president simply because of this.
Ivysaur! Charizard! Go for it! Hang on! Now's your chance! Come back!
Diddy Kong, just a little monkey trying to get around, obviously trying to follow after his uncle's footsteps. Lucas, once again, a little boy, too young, and also terrified of literally everything. And Sonic just won't shut up.
Oh, hey, sounds like the party started. Want to let me go and join in? No? Of course not. You hate fun.
King DD is just incredibly dumb, and what's even more incredible is that the only reason he was able to run over Dreamland is because the residents of Dreamland were also just as stupid as he was.
But kings. True.
Look at that flying giraffe!
Oh!
Olimar would actually make a better president than the current one of Hecate because he actually at least goes out into the wilderness of space, into the different planets, and finds different projects and parts to help his own homeworld. Otherwise, the president really doesn't do anything else. So I think Olimar could actually be a pretty good president. He learns about things, he researches them, and just wants to get back to his family. Oh yeah, and he also smokes weed. Lucario, I just don't really see as a president, mostly because I think most of the Pokemon should just be Pokemon instead of presidents. But Rob, we are not having a Terminator situation. Toon Link is just a child. Wolf runs with his own gang already, and he'd probably just be some type of terrorist for the United States. And Villager is just a villager. Now, I know you can be your mayor of your own town, but I just don't see a villager legitimately being a president of the United States. They don't even talk. Mega Man is just a little robot boy, but he is very powerful and could run our military, but not as a president. Wii Fit Trainer could be a president, as she or he could very well get everybody in the United States on a health kit and turn us into super soldiers. I don't know. But Rosalina, at first I thought she'd be a good president as she commands an entire galaxy of stars, but I realized after my friend told me that actually she's just chucking her soldiers at people to die. So now I just look at that completely different. Little Mac, I just really feel like he could be a president. He's hardworking, he's gonna fight until he gets the job done, and I like Little Mac, okay? And Greninja, just another Pokemon, I really don't see him actually being a president. Palutena, however, could very well be a president as she already controls Skyworld and she looks after the people down below and also helps Pit look out for people amongst the surface world. Did you know that Pac-Man actually has a family? Yes, he has kids, a wife, and even a dog. So yeah, I did play the Pac-Man World games and I found this out and I'm just like, yes, what you want in a president, a hard-working family man. And that's what Pac-Man is. So Pac-Man, you're up in there, you're a candidate. Robin, I just don't see them as a president. I mean, if they did swear in, they already have their book. Shulk, I still think is too young and he's just so inexperienced. He still makes boneheaded mistakes and doesn't think about the consequences of the things that he does. And that could very well lead us into some bad avenues. And Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings are just stupid kids that will never become president. And Duck Hunt is hard to say because it's kind of the interaction with not only the duck and the dog, but also the player on the TV. So that's just like a weird psychological thing that probably would not happen. Like, who would be the president, the duck, or the dog, or the person behind the TV? I don't know. Now, Ryu and Ken are together here. They just probably won't become president because they're martial art fighters. They don't really know anything about leading somebody or leading a country, but they could definitely protect it, that's for sure. Cloud is nothing but a soldier. Now, he would probably never know how to lead, and that's all he does, is take out his opponents, and when somebody pays him to do so, he'll go do it for you. He's a bounty hunter. He's definitely the person that you want to call up and take out somebody from another country. But with that said, Corrin, I don't like Corrin. I don't know what else to say. I don't really know much about Corrin. We're moving on. And Bayonetta kills everybody, so I don't really know if you want her in there. She kills the good guys, which are like the angels and the demons, so like, why would you want to be... I mean, you would definitely want Bayonetta on your side, don't get me wrong, but there's not a lot of people on her side, so you want to make sure that you get there quick, and if you're not, the whole country, the whole world is going to be, you know, bowing down to her. Inklings are just children trying to have some fun with splatting each other, and Ridley, just no. And Simon and Richter, well, they'll be good at banishing the darkness, but that's really about it.
Vanquish the darkness!
King K. Rool also has his own army and his own henchmen, along with his own island, but he does it for their own purposes. And Isabelle could very well become president. She's almost in every single Animal Crossing game, and she does a really great job making sure that you, either the president, the mayor, whatever you are, island owner, make sure that you do a good job and get things, you know, situated. She makes sure that your island can be the best that it can be. She makes sure that everything is organized and that everybody else on the island is happy. She's your human resources, you know, developer all in one. So she could definitely become a president. Incineroar would just suplex you if you disagree with any policy, and Piranha Plant will just multiply and eat everybody. Joker is still in school. He's just trying to finish his education while also part-time defeating demons, so he's probably not going to be president yet. Yes, having heroes is great, but you should probably just have them in your military as part of your army, because I don't think they'd be great presidents. They just don't really, for one, also don't talk. Banjo and Kazooie are just two animals that want to be left alone from evil witches. But Terry really just screams America. He's also a really nice guy that I think they said everyone loves, and he's always willing to help out anybody that he meets and is super happy and friendly to everybody and holds no grudges unless your name is Geese. Byleth, I am completely tired of talking about Fire Emblem characters as president because I'm thinking that most of them, if not all of them, would be the same type of president. But then Min Min, I think could be cool president. I don't know. I think she's still a little too young and still working with fighting in her leagues. She wants to be the best arms competitor, and I think she's already occupied with just being a boxer at this point. And then you have Steve, which probably would just want to build a wall, but he's out of luck, we already have one. So our candidates right now that I narrowed it down to is Mario, Captain Falcon, Zelda, Chrom, Olimar, Palutena, Pac-Man, and Isabelle. So if you made your prediction at the very beginning and you still made a prediction after these 8 characters, I am now going to take away all the characters except for 2, so that you guys can now vote on who will be the president from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So your final 2 will be Zelda and Palutena. So your 2 candidates are Zelda from the Hyrulean Party and Palutena from the Skyworld Party. Now, you can also pick a third person to run up against these 3 and potentially win. All you have to do is have a mass following for that person in the comments or in the voting. You have to agree with a lot of other people for that person to get in. So you can't just randomly say, you know, I want Luigi and there's only 2 likes for that. He is not going to substitute in to beat out Zelda and Palutena. Now, if everybody rallies up and votes for, say, Pac-Man, then he does have a chance to beat them out. But comment down below, guys. Also follow me on Twitter, the same name, Nintendo Land, in order to vote. I'll have a poll up there, and there will be lots of polls in the community tab. So make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date to see the results of this election. But thank you everybody for tuning in, and like always, I will see you on the next one. See you guys.